This is a video by Richmond. Today we're working on a Saturn S series coolant temp sensor and connector. Now this is a very common problem on the Saturn S series. When these old type sensors crack, they leak fluid into the electrical connector and they look just like this. Can you see that? All that green corrosion in there? So when you do replace your coolant temp sensor, what you want to do is look at the connector. And if it's green like that, you need to replace it. And that's what we're going to do today. Now on the car, take the leads, make believe that this is the engine right here. And what you'll do is take some cutters and cut the wires, and then once you cut the wires, you can cut them very close to the sensor, closer than this if you want, and then remove that and you can discard that connection. Then go to the junkyard and pick up a connection from a O2, because they put different sensors in there. They put a brass tip sensor that doesn't have the problems that the early ones had. Or go to the air temp sensor connector. It's the same one and there is no problem. So you want to get one like that and get a lot of lead on it, as much as you can, and then cut it off and bring that back, and that's what you'll use for your replacement connector. Now the first thing you want to do is take the connector that you got from the junkyard and strip back the ends a little bit, because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be soldering the wires together. And take the wires from the car, and you want to do the, now make believe that this is the wires from the car, and you'll do the same thing. You'll strip it back, and now we need to solder the ends of the wires. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be tinning the wires. Just put a little bit of solder on the wires, get them ready for connecting together. And okay, now you want to do that to the wires on the car also at this time. Okay, we got all our wires ready to go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of shrink tubing and we're going to cut a couple of pieces. And what you'll do is slide the shrink tubing onto the wires from the car. Okay, now we're ready to solder the two wires together. It doesn't matter which way they go. They can go this way, they can go that way. It doesn't matter. Okay. And you'll solder the wires. Now it'd probably be easier if you did this on a piece of cardboard. But you get the idea. You'll solder those together, and then you'll take the shrink tubing, put it over your connections. And then you can take a simple lighter and shrink down the tubing. And there it is, all connected. And that's all there is to replacing your coolant temp sensor on your Saturn S series.